Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Chicano Hollywood Update.
Updates, not a podcast, but this is a very important update. Please take some time to watch this because we're going to talk about some super important things right now. You know?
Yes, we are, man. We have a lot of things going on. We actually just attended the American
Film Convention.
Amazing.
Shout
that was
out
amazing.
to Mitesh Patel. Shout out to Bernie. Homie's one of us from Phoenix, right? You guys did an amazing job. Also, Henry Priest was a big part of that. We had major players from our organization that were involved in the American Film Convention. It was great.
I liked it. I loved the location. I loved the layout. I mean, I just can't wait to see what's going to happen next year. I heard that this was like, something that he put together. He wants to make it an annual thing. So, and just going there and just seeing the layout and everything. Oh, it was amazing.
David Mancini was part of that too. I mean, we had out of our network, right? We had some really big involvement in that. You know, from the streets to the set, and Alex, they had a table up. We were supposed to have a table up too. I didn't have the time, man. I felt bad, but I didn't have.
No, you're running around a lot.
Oh my God.
I was trying to get you in here, and you're still like, I'm going.
Oh, dude, that was terrible. But I hope they're listening to this, Bernie. You know, Henry. I hope you're hearing this. But you guys need to do this again.
Yes.
There is something called the American Film Market that used to be in Santa Monica. That was a big players, studio level market for films, right? People from all over the world came there, and then they moved it to Las Vegas, and so they're going to be in there for a few years. I think they signed from what I understand, a big contract.
Do you know why though? Maybe the market wasn't really receiving it here, or they look at bigger money in Vegas.
Probably cheaper.
In Vegas.
Probably the Palms. They're at the Palms Hotel, so maybe the Palms was hitting them up saying, "Come over here." I keep saying the Psalms.
The Psalms,
not the Psalms.
The
Psalms
Palms.
of David. No, it wasn't David. The Palms Hotel.
Okay.
So it could be that. It's just business, They probably, making more money over there or whatever, and it's still a central international place.
Interesting.
So these guys step in. They do the American Film Convention. They're selling films and all that. What was amazing about it, and I know they're going to elevate next year, the year after, but what I saw in there was us. I saw independent filmmakers wheeling and dealing and pitching and networking. While we were there, right, we're hanging out. People are coming to our.
Yeah.
We didn't have a vendor's table, but we're sitting at the restaurant
area.
And people are coming in and out, and we're connecting people. And we went to some panels. David was doing the crypto panel. One of us, Henry's there. All these. So it was perfect for. And I'm not going to label it this way because it's going to expand and grow. But it was a very good. Independent film opportunity.
Yes, and I liked it because, yes, like you said, that we were strong there, but at the same time, I seen a lot of diversity. Even the booths was a lot of diversity and very open to work with everybody. And so it was very welcoming.
It was a
everybody was very welcoming.
If you did not go, but at the same time, they're going to do it again next year, and God willing, to do it again and again. And we need that here because we don't have the American Film American Film Market. That's in Vegas now. So we need something here. But
real quick, I want to ask you this, because what is the difference between, what they're doing and the market? Trying to accomplish.
Doing the same thing in essence of it, just creating opportunities for buyers and sellers. Right?
Okay.
It's like a farmer's market or a Pulga or the Santa Fe
swap meet.
Market. Right? You bring your movie, you set it up, buyers come, they buy it, right? But what's hard right now is Hollywood itself is becoming decentralized. We talked about that. And that's why it's super important that everyone's listening to this. So we talked about that before. But what that means is kind of like the terrible model to look at is Detroit. At one time, they were the hub of making cars around the world.
Right.
You had other countries that were making cars, but no one was mass manufacturing.
It was Detroit. Yeah.
Right? And then international deals come in, politics, all that stuff. China now gets all of that.
Right.
And then when you move the main manufacturing out, then all the parts and all that stuff, they're all smaller companies. They all moved out. So it became, I'm not going to say it's a dead zone, but that industry pretty much is on life support. It's pumping up a little bit more. They still have big companies, but those big companies also have manufacturing going on in Mexico and China,
and other places,
right? So
the cost.
It's decentralized. Yeah, exactly. Labor costs and so on, manufacturing costs. So the same thing's kind of happening with Hollywood. So you have three Hollywoods, right? You have the traditional Hollywood, which is what we were raised with. You have Warner Brothers, Paramount, all those guys. That's the traditional, the ones that have all the big buildings, right? They're traditional Hollywood. Then you have the second Hollywood, which is the streamers, right? They're getting all their orders from the Silicon Valley, Amazon, Netflix, Apple,
Hulu,
right?
all them.
All those. They're coming out from there, right? And then you have the independent. That's us, right? We're in that world right there. Now, we also have independent streaming, okay? So that's something that we've never had before. You had the big dogs had their streaming, and then the streamers, that's what they did, right? And then you have now independently owned. Now, I am proud to say that Chicano Hollywood is the first independent Chicano Latino.
That's
film.
right.
We're the first, right? And now no one can take that from us. Maybe. Maybe I don't know about others, but I'm just saying that. I'm just joking. I'm down for everybody. I support anybody.
But
so.
there's been, I think there has been some I've heard of, but you've done a great job. The team has done a great job to getting the Chicano Hollywood app out there to make it known. So, and now I've seen other ones like more.
There's more coming, and I tell them like they'll, like if you need help or like if they're announcing, I help promote them.
Yeah,
because we're building an ecosystem. We're not building a streaming app only. We're building an ecosystem.
Right.
So it's better for all of us. If we have 20, 30, 40 streamers out there, it's better for all of us, right?
Yeah.
So we need to get that out because if
I like that.
producers, I'm always a producer first, right? That's why I said I'm down for all Latinos, but I'm a Chicano first, right? So I'm a producer first. So I like to produce content. And if I know that I have relationships with other streamers that they know I'm supporting them, then I'm gonna say, hey, here's the movie, stick it on yours,
right? And I like the fact, and I like the fact that the indies market is starting to hit a lot because what you just said, you said a tier, the three main giants, Warner Brothers, and all them, Universal. Then anytime something opens up, they want to get their hands in it. So they got their hands into the streaming. They own Hulu, Netflix, all those things. Now they control it again. But now it's like it's our turn with the indie. But who knows what they're going to try to do with that market?
Well, that's a great point because it's almost reversed. For example, the tech giants are buying. They're buying Warner Brothers. They're controlling the big dogs, right? So almost like you got the boomers, you got Gen X's, and the millennials. They're buying now the boomers. They're putting them boomers into the old
retirement.
Folks homes, right? They're taking all that stuff, and they're driven by data. They're not driven by red carpets and theater seats. They're driven by data. So that's the difference. So it's changed a lot. Now, what's a phenomenon that's coming right now? It's a paradigm shift, and this is where super important that everyone listen to this because we have to prepare. Along with all the other stuff with AI and all that stuff, but another conversation. So what's going on is you have this paradigm shift going on with traditional Hollywood. Now, they're the ones that greenlight $10 million series, $30 million movies, $50 million movies. They greenlight that stuff. Well, they're not greenlighting nothing, right? There was a saying going around saying survive until 2025. Wow. From what I understand, from what I hear, like don't even survive. You're not going to survive to 25. They're not going to greenlight anything until.
I haven't really seen anything. A lot of stuff.
They're not greenlighting until maybe 2026.
Interesting.
Now, let me tell you the reasons why. There's a couple of things, major things that happen. Now, please listen to this. One is the political climate right now. Right, we don't know what candidate's gonna win, and back in the day. The markets, money, investors, they make their decisions based on election day.
Elections,
They're like, okay,
that's
we know
huge.
who's coming in, and we know what their approach is going to be when it comes to business. Now, they're not. I had tech finance guys from the Silicon Valley tell me now no one's moving any money until after the inauguration because they're like, who knows what the heck's going to happen, no matter who gets it, right?
Well, that's how the stock market is.
It's a different
Everybody
climate,
waits.
right? So everyone's on hold, holding their money back. Now, this, again, is for the studio level. So they're holding the big dollars back. They're not greenlighting nothing. Even by the time, they're not even accepting pitches. They're not listening. They're not shelving stuff. They're just like, don't talk to us right now. After the elections, once things settle, it might be spring of 2025. Then they're gonna be listening to potential ideas again. For the studio level to get a project from conception, right? You pitch them an idea, or some amazing producer, showrunner, whatever, pitches them an idea. They're going to say, okay, we like this idea. If they like that idea, let's say if they liked it from day one, it never happens. by the time it gets to production and in the seats, in the theaters or on TV or whatever, you're talking at least 2 to 3 years, right?
Wow.
18 months if it's really good,
Yes.
right? But you're talking a long time.
Yeah.
So the idea of survive till 2025, if you are in the studio level, yeah, it's gonna be hard for you. You're looking till 2026. It's not gonna be
Dang.
easy for you. Now, again, what that means is they still have to feed the beast. Streamers still have to put content in their streaming platform,
Or they'll lose viewers.
They're gonna lose. People start unsubscribing,
Right.
stuff like that. And theater seats are gonna be empty. So what they are doing, they are putting money into any kind of content that might be proven. I've heard this from several producers, like for example, The Bear, an amazing TV show. We got Latino representation.
I love it. Yeah,
in there,
I like
right?
that show.
So they have a proven audience. So they're like maybe third or fourth season.
I think third, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to put money into that one because there's a curated audience, right? Second is going to be any kind of new content that might have a book or a personality, someone that has an audience, maybe an influencer. The only thing about influencers, they got to learn how to act. That's the big thing. They might have a following, but they got to learn how to act.
Yes, no.
You know? So they might do that if there's that attached. So there's already some kind of proven personality, IP, a book, something, right? So then they might green like that, okay? Now, they still have to feed the beast. So if they're limiting what they're greenlighting, but they have to feed the beast, that means they have to license. And that's where the independent filmmaker, that's where we come in. That's us. That's where the independent filmmakers.
I like that. Yeah.
The problem is going to be, for years, I've been doing this going on 17 years, right? We create ideas and we're like, man, if I could just pitch this to so-and-so, if I could just get in front of so-and-so, and we're pitching concepts where maybe we're shooting sizzles, maybe we'll shoot a pilot, you know, and you just kind of pitch it out. Maybe we're shooting a short because it's a concept, blah, blah, blah. And you're hoping that somebody comes in a studio level and says, oh, we love it, you're amazing, and here's all this money.
Right.
Shoot it, right? It's not going to happen. What we have to do to take advantage of this market opportunity, we have to fund it ourselves. We have to get the money ourselves. And I always say, like, we could shoot a whole season of a concept. What studio level, one episode, they put like whatever, $1.5 million or $500,000 into one episode.
Right.
Well, we shoot the whole freaking season, right? So we have
Exactly.
We have the skills, we have the equipment, we have all that stuff. But what we got to do is figure out that money thing. So that's what we got to figure out as a collective, as a Chicano Latino collective. We have to figure that out. There are investors out there. There's people that have money, and this is an opportunity. We have to shoot full features. We have to shoot full series, and then we license that to the streamers, the big ones.
The big ones, yeah.
I mean, the Chicano Hollywood, like, hey, yes. But you want to make some money, you know, you gotta go there, right? So we license that to the bigger ones. We license that to the, you know, if it's a movie, to the, you know, theatrical releases and all that kind of stuff, right? That's what we got to do. So the opportunity right now is with the independent film. That's us. So we have to capitalize that. So let me tell you what we're thinking of. What we
Can I ask you one question?
Leave me.
What do you feel is better in your perspective? Is it series or film?
I'm a big fan of tapping into. Both are great. Both are really great. Now, I heard 50 Cent say this the other day, and this is, if you didn't catch this, if you're,
I know where you're going. I heard him say it too.
Yeah.
Yes, he
I
did.
love what he said.
I know what you said. I know what he said.
For a movie, you got to have big names attached. It's going to cost you more money.
It's going to cost you more money.
But for a series, you don't need big names attached. You can just have talented people.
Exactly.
So I kind of, when he said that, like, yeah. That
and one of my friends,
resonates.
one of my very good friends, London Brown, is on his show, Raising Cain, and 50 Cent gave him the opportunity, and he's been on it forever now.
Yeah,
he's one of the main actors. London Brown. He's in New York
when
and
London
stuff.
started, he wasn't a big A-lister and all that.
He wasn't a big A-lister. He was a comedian. Traveled with Chris Tucker.
And he was talented.
Yes.
So 50 Cent proved that, saying, let's bring in this. No one knows about this kid, but he's talented.
He's talented.
Creates a series, and now he's grown. So I'm a big fan of that philosophy because now we still want to make movies, right?
No, yeah, definitely. We're not discouraging movies, but
no.
But to get started,
in the long form game. Remember, long form
Yes.
is movies and TV series, not YouTube clips, right? But TV series. So get started in a long form game. Reality shows, docuseries, and episodic stuff is the best way, cheapest way to get in. So that's why I'm big on reality shows for our community.
Right.
As a whole, again, Hollywood is declining on that because they've kind of milked every housewives, everything like that. But for our community, which is still underserved when it comes to reality docuseries and our voice, we still have a lot of opportunity there.
Right, we do.
Very cheap to get in that game.
Yeah.
Extremely cheap. So that's why I lean that way. Now, again, I was meeting with a filmmaker earlier. We're talking about a movie to start prepping for 2025, and it's a movie, but we're having the same conversation. What names do we attach if it's going to be a movie? And then I said, simultaneously, let's create the series as well, because it could spin off immediately. So I want to have the series ready. And I don't, we do it in our voice. Now, we have our own ecosystem. We have our own streaming. We have partner streamers. We have all that stuff. So we can do it ourselves without asking anyone's permission, We just got to get that funding.
Right.
That's what we have to work on. So my plan for 2025, and I've been all 2024, I've been putting this together, the thoughts. Now I'm going to start putting the technology together. There's a model. I want everyone, do me a solid, go to angelstudios.com, and I think it's .com. Angel Studios. Now, if you guys are listening to this, my bad. I just like what you do, okay? But they have a model that I'm going to copy, right? Chicano Hollywood's going to copy, and I'm not going to hide it, pretend like I came up with it. They have an amazing model. It's a faith.
Hey, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun, especially this. So Angel Studios, we've got scripture to back us up. So, but they came out with The Chosen, right?
Okay.
And they came out with Sound of Freedom, right? Amazing. IPs, of course, Jesus, and they did The Chosen really well. So what they did was they accumulated a faith-based audience, right? So they have a large group that already follows their work. So they're promoting family stuff, faith-based stuff, stuff that's for that audience. So it could be called a niche audience, right? But focus on that particular flavor of content, right? Faith-based, family, blah, 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 which I'm down for, right? Man of God.
Oh, go. Yes.
Down for. But we're going to copy that model. We're going to take that model and do it within our voice, Chicano voice, Latino voice. So let me tell you what they do. Look at it, study it, is what we're going to do. And I want you to be a part of it. That's why I'm getting it out there. They have what's called a guild. And what they do is basically people pop in, they join it, right? It takes investment, not major, it's like, I don't know, $20, something like that, right? And it's a curated audience. What they'll do is they'll say, okay, if you're our audience, you're behind our voice, join this guild. And part of your membership is you get to help us choose what we're going to produce. So then once they have that audience, they tell that audience, now we have these pitches in front of us right now. This TV series, this movie, this this docuseries, whatever it might be. Which do you guys want to see? Well, then they get to vote. We want to see this, we want to see that, and whatever vote was, that's now in the pipeline to get produced, right? Yeah. So then from there, they say, okay, those that voted for this, we're going to take you over here, and it's like a crowdfunding site. Now, there's multiple ones out there that we could use. WeFunder, there's other that are crowd equity, not like GoFundMe. That's crowdsourcing. Crowd equity is they actually get to buy into it and they participate in the financial remuneration.
Interesting.
They're making some money, basically.
Right,
they buy some shares. So from there, we're going to gravitate them. Like, you want to see this particular movie. Now, we want you to come here. And now, this is how much it's going to cost us. This is what we're going to develop. Help us produce this movie. So then they put the money in to do that, and then the movie gets produced. When the movie's out and there's some money coming in, they invest into it. They're actually to participate in that, and they make some money themselves, which is the ecosystem. That's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to build just a one line, like we're making all the money. No, we're trying to create this economic ecosystem so that everybody can make a little bit of money,
right?
And we can all grow. As filmmakers, the biggest problem we all have is pitching money. If I only knew investors, if I met that guy, and we're out there como perros, begging, wagging our tails, doing the trick and all that stuff. And then investors are like, nah. Hey, I'm going to wait till after the inauguration. I'm going to wait till see who gets it. I'm going to wait for that kind of stuff. And it's like, I hate us being dependent on that stuff, right? I hate us pounding on the door saying, please give me money, to the man. And who the man is, maybe you're the man. Get behind us.
Yeah, get behind us. What's up?
Man, yeah, or the woman. But to me, it's like I don't like that anymore. I want to, like, how do we do it collectively?
I like that.
I've been following Angel Studios, so like, okay, we're gonna do that.
I didn't know they did like that. That's pretty interesting.
Their niche
I like it.
is the Christian market. Our niche is the Chicano Latino market, and we're gonna start building that. So I'm starting to build the technology behind it. I'm starting to gather the people around that, and I'm getting it out there so that when I launch this, you know which way I'm going because it's something that will benefit all of us. And
Yes.
what's amazing about it, traditional Hollywood is imploding. It's resetting. They don't know what they're going to do. It's decentralizing, right? It's their studios and coming in Vegas. Their studios in Dallas. They're all over.
Right.
UK, Australia. You got shows that were shot here that are no longer shot here no more. They're out, right? So,
Wow.
So traditional studio level Hollywood is changing, but they still need to feed the beast, which
Right.
is the streaming side. They still need content. That makes opportunity for the independent side. So I'm gonna go hard on this, and I think I think it's a good way to go because maybe we all can't write a check for $1 million, but there might be 10,000 of us that can say, you know what, yeah, I'm down. You know,
No, it's true, man. I mean, at the end of the day, as you were speaking, I don't know if you already came up with this idea or something, but I've thought about it.
I
You know,
doubt it.
I just thought about it right now, like where maybe a Chicano Hollywood subscription type thing, just
Yeah.
just a regular subscription where because at the end of the day, if someone's giving $5 a month, just $5, that's all it is. Is you're an actor, producer, whatever the case you might be, but you're just giving $5 a month, As Chicano Hollywood does a mixer or certain things, you're in because you are subscribing on a monthly basis.
I think it's a great idea because I really want to start. I really, really want to get a group. There's a solid group in our network that they're ready for the next level. So I'm talking to people that are at the next level, and I'm like, okay, what I want to do is either once a month or every other month, one-day summits. Kind of remember that producer lunch we did back June 2023. All I said was, anyone want to meet up for tacos, and let's just talk. I expected 25 people. 250 people show up.
Nice.
And I had to tell Tacos Casilla, bro, bring more meat, and we put a little plan
But see,
together.
and that's what I like, and I feel that we start because what people have to understand, and I know, and they see it, and I think that now people are starting to see that Chicano Hollywood is a movement because, but now it's time to invest because what you're constantly trying to do with and the team is trying to do is always create that bridge with everything, like not just creating opportunity for producers, not just creating opportunities for writers, but you're bringing everybody together constantly.
Grow. We all have to grow.
So to have those type of mixers, somebody subscribing like $5 a month, you're automatically in. Like you're in. I do the GWC Business Association, and we have our members. And when we have,
How much they pay?
They pay a lot, and for them to. When they pay though, they automatically come free.
Yeah.
No, that's their membership.
And there's
and I think we have to tweak it because you know what, it's time to get us where I understand. As actors and producers, sometimes we're struggling, financially, and so when somebody's doing an event and it's $30 at that moment, you're like, oh my god, it's right now I can't afford that. I'm kind of in a bind. But as we begin to, maybe start a subscription type thing,
something, there has to be some kind and it's not.
Sorry to go off topic, but I feel because I just.
I think it's a great idea because I don't. There's people that do this for a hobby, which I'm down for always helping anyone. But then there's people that this is their calling and they need to get to the next level. They need to get at that higher level. So the only way that's going to happen is more intimate settings, and I want to create those opportunities. So but different areas. But
creating those opportunities costs money.
Always freaking costs money.
And
I'm
you
always out of this thing right here. In the
yes,
yeah.
and it comes out of your personal pocket. I'm not saying that, guys. I'm truly being transparent right now, and I want to share this because Johnny is constantly out there creating door of opportunities for everybody. His heart. If you've met him and you know it, and you're watching this right now, he has a great heart. And I'm not pumping you up. You have a great heart. But it takes money.
Freaking money.
It takes money, and people don't understand.
Yeah.
Elevate Conference, people are hitting you up. I paid to go, and you even brought me on stage and stuff, and you said, but I wanted to be an example. And I said the next event I'm always going to be paying because if I'm going to speak it, I'm gonna practice it. I'm gonna practice what I preach, and I'm gonna pay. So if I'm not going to call you and say, hey, let me know. If Chicano Hollywood's having something, save money. save money. You know you want to go. It's time to invest in ourselves. You know, it's really time to invest. And you're constantly out there creating these doors of opportunity. And people are like, "Oh, Johnny, man, you're doing great, man. You're out there. You're making it happen."
Stressful. Yeah.
But on your own dime. To create opportunity for other people to shine. Ooh.
Yeah. We are. Yeah, that was a cool post.
I like that. Yeah.
But we are. There's a lot of times it's coming out of this. Always times we'll end big events in the deficit that I cover, you know, all that kind of stuff. So we do have partners come in. We have sponsors, but it's always a deficit, which is fine. I don't mind.
It's your heart, because your heart. You want to continue to build and give those people faith.
These are called lost leaders in business. So I do have a lot of lost leaders, you know. But we're at the point now, though. We're at this pivotal point that the scale up is now. The scale up is right now. That's why I'm talking to investors. I'm talking to, people in the Silicon Valley, people here in the Inland Empire that they're like ready to come in. So we're so close. And I do know that having a system, like I've been talking about Angel Studios, having that set up, that means any show we make will be successful because we have people invested in it.
Yep.
Any movie we make will be, there'll be seats in the theaters, people in the theater seats because they're invested into it.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Hey, go check out my movie. I invested in it." And they're pushing. Everyone's pushing it.
Whatever it might be. I mean, that kind of stuff is $100, $50, whatever it might be, right? It's not crazy, but it is people participating in the movement.
I like it.
And with the partners we have, for example, Magnova Distribution and Marketing. They're blowing up. They're big on the distribution side. So with that partnership with them, any movie we make, as long as we get them involved in the beginning, it will have a theatrical release. And then with the system that we have, and again, I was just on the phone with Chicago earlier. I was on the phone with El Paso, Phoenix, almost on the daily. All our other cities, we're talking, we're planning. So we have a network of Chicano Hollywoods all over that we can
push your film.
Yeah. Or
so if it goes on certain, limited theaters, you're able to say, "Hey, pick these cities because our people are."
Yeah, I mean,
are you guys catching this? Are you guys catching
it? Our guy Juan Salas in Dallas. He has a movie, and it's locked up in distribution. I told him, call him up, tell him if we can get it. And so it's a horror movie, which I don't like spooky movies, but it's a horror movie. It's called House of Dolls. I promoted it the other day, so look at it on our Instagram. I'm like, dude, let's get that movie, and let me promote for people to do like little watch nights. And they can do a pay-per-view because his distribution company will probably want to do a pay-per-view, and we'll do that. I said, I'll give you guys 100% of the money. I said, but we'll just promote it and let's test it.
Watch nights. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what we're working with that distribution company right now. I also have another movie on there. It's called Sam's Cry.
Watch
amazing movie. Again, it's a micro-budget movie, but there's a lot of amazing actors on there. I mean, you got Anthony Fernandez, you got Steve Villegas. The leads are M-Dub from Nationwide and Concrete.
Nice.
Freaking amazing. The moment I saw that movie, I walked out of there and I texted them both. You freaking did amazing, right?
Wow.
To me, and there's others. I probably forgot some of the others. So all you guys, because we have a lot of our gente that were in there, right? Who else? Will was in there. It was us. I shouldn't have never named names because I forget. But anyways, everyone that's in Sam's Cry, that's on ours right now. We got that at $2.99 pay-per-view. And I told the producer, Angel Ray, I said, hey, I'm going to give you 100% of that. I said, I'm not going to make any money on the pay-per-view. I want you to help recoup your money. I'm not speaking for others, but others might say, well, we're going to make it for this price. We're going to split it with you. I'm like, let me help you recoup your money. Our benefit, people download it. We market it. When we get more eyeballs on our stream app. So but my heart is, you freaking put a lot of money into this out of your own pocket. Let me help you. So we have that one. If you have a movie, we'll do that with you guys too. This is for us. It's for all of us.
Yes, yes.
And if I can get the rights to House of Dolls, we'll get that one on there. But my point is that our network is so strong and great. We're not just a streaming app. We're a movement. And when we start locking arms, clicking more, we're going to be able to fund ourselves, promote ourselves, distribute ourselves, and our voice, our community. There's 40 to 50 million of us.
Yep.
We will be, elevated in such a way that we don't need anybody else. So whenever the studio system finally gets their stuff together and the streamers get their stuff together, you know what they're going to be? They're going to be like, okay, we're ready, but we're like, oh, no, we're good. We don't need you no more.
We don't need you.
And then what's going to happen? they'll be knocking on our door.
Yes.
Hey, so we see that you have like, 1, 2, 3, 4 million Latinos in your network. I'm like, yeah, it costs you, And then we're going. But that's only gonna happen when we lock arms.
Yes.
So it's important to me for people to know the signs of the times, right? Wise man knows the signs, and
that's right.
We see the sign, and a woman. We see the signs, and we know where we're at. So I'm like, this is what we're doing for 2025. And that's where we're going. So if you want to be a part of this, hit me up. Most of you guys know my number.
Yeah, you're out there. DM Chicano Hollywood. You want to get in the streaming
Email
app?
me info@chicanohollywood.com.
It's about getting connected, guys. Now it's about getting involved, and I've been out of the game for a while and stuff, but I want to get involved. And with the
platform, the game is about the player.
Yeah. No, but even for myself, guys, maybe some people might be asking, well, what's his part? Who's JR? You're bringing him around. I've been around in this industry for a long time as well. I was part of Nosotros with Joel Gonzalez. I was a part of that on his board and stuff. And then we did a movie together, Joel and I. It's on Amazon Prime right now called Crave the Fast Life, a great inspirational film. And I've done a lot of music videos, a lot of things with a lot of people like Pepe Aguilar, and a lot of things a lot of people don't know. But my thing now, God has given me the opportunity where I'm at now and the platform that I have now with the GWC and Let's Connect Now and right here in the city of West Covina and San Gabriel Valley is I want to showcase what we're doing. Yep. That's my thing too. To showcase in the San Gabriel Valley, this is what's going on. This is what's hot. This is what you should watch. This is what you should listen to, and be that voice right here.
And promoting the filmmakers in this area.
The
decentralization of Hollywood also means it's going from the base there into where our raza lives. I mean, we have raza there in Hollywood, right?
Right.
Our offices are there in Hollywood.
But in the San Gabriel Valley, it is raza.
Yeah, even the IE, that was amazing.
Inland Empire is raza.
Inland Empire, they had a young man come up to me yesterday. We're talking with Patel, and had a good meeting with him, and young man comes up to me and he says, "Hey, I just want to meet you." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" We talked. He goes, "I'm from the IE, and we're over there." I'm like, "Dude," and he goes, "We have about 30, 40 filmmakers." I'm like, "Bro, let's put a mixer together.
Yes,
let's go do it at the Haven City Market or maybe in Riverside. I got Rasa Rising, others that are in Riverside area, and Kobe's over there. So let's put a mixer together because all you guys that are in the IE, you're close. So let's put a mixer together.
Yes,
let's meet up. That way you can meet each other. And same with West Covina. Let's get everyone centralized and together." Hollywood's decentralizing. That means we connect over here.
That's right.
And we build each other up. We lock arms. We connect it. And that's what we're doing here in the San Gabriel Valley too, because we got what's good about here is we have business. A business association that wants to connect with filmmakers.
Yes.
And we're able to grow, build, get them, investing a little bit. Something.
Yeah.
And who knows what it might be.
But we never know what might happen.
Yeah.
So, but we got to get connected.
Yeah. So anyways, that's our
that was a lot.
Non-podcast for today. But check it out. Hit me up. Email me. DM me. You want to connect with the association here? How can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you go to the Greater West Covina on Instagram, greaterwestcovina.com. You can find us and stuff and connect with us as well. We have a podcast, Let's Connect Now, where we want to bring on filmmakers and people that are doing their thing in the community. So connect. That's what we're called. Let's Connect Now. So now, contact us and we'll get your film. And there's just a lot more. My God, we could keep going, John. There's just so much, but I know we have to on this non-podcast.
People probably stopped watching a long time ago. But so pick this up as you go. It'll be good information on it. So,
all right, guys. Until next time.
Adelante.